Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Juan Gomez. I'll be presenting the Datalogger maintenance project. This semester, what we had to do was we had to deploy the application for the Datalogger and make it accessible to the World Wide Web. In last semester's project, we determined that the Datalogger was fully functional and how to program it for different sensors. We still use the same sensor this semester, which was a Campbell Scientific CR100. We did need a Ethernet module in order to connect it to a network, which was easy enough to find. We also did get two different sensors this semester. We got a light sensor and a temperature sensor. And there is one cable connected to the Datalogger, which will transfer the settings over from the computer from the Datalogger software. And the Datalogger IP is also available to the World Wide Web. So that's some information on the Datalogger. We'll be taking a look at it in a minute in a video. It is currently sitting in the robotics lab at the moment, recording data. It senses the light in the room and it'll also take the temperature of the room. So we have all this information being transferred over to a Node.js API. The API's job is to save the data into a Mongo database, and it also will retrieve the data when we make a call to the API for it. That is the Node.js and the Mongo database are both deployed on an AWS EC2 instance, which is available to the public. We chose not to display the IP address here. And then the front-end application is written in React JavaScript. It's also deployed on an Amazon AWS EC2 instance. The front end is composed of a single web page where users can select a date for the different sensors, and it will show the data in a graph form. We'll be taking a look at that and also in a minute. But this concludes the details about the application. Now let's move on to seeing the actual Datalogger itself. So here we have the Datalogger itself. You can see the Ethernet module connected to the Datalogger with Ethernet actually connected to it. This is the CR100. Now here we have the Ethernet connected to a router which has all the ports open that we need and allows us to give it a static IP which can be accessed, which the Node.js application can access. And so here we see the sensor for the temperature, the little black connection right there, and then the clear connection is the light sensor. And right here, that black cable is what we connect to the computer in order to apply the settings to the actual Datalogger. So that's how we set it up for the sensors themselves. So now moving on to our front end. This is the actual website itself. Here we have three different graphs. So in this one, I am selecting a date for the light sensor, and as you can see, it changes. You can see the different changes in light over time. Here is the temperature sensor, and we're going to set it to the same day, and we can see the temperature over the course of the day, over several hours, so you can see how it changes. Now it looks like a big change, but in reality it's only a change over the course of 1 degree. And this final chart down here is where we can try to see if there's any similarities within the two sensors themselves, so we could try to see some sort of a similarity there. And that is the React application.